So one evening I was browsing on my Fire Stick when all of a sudden I heard, I wonder who's calling me. Hello? Yes, this is Tech Doctor. Okay, so you're on your Fire Stick and you're trying to save to the external USB drive, right? And it's not working for you. Okay, let me just get my phone and I'll see if I can jump onto your Fire Stick. Give me 2 seconds. Yes, I'm on your Fire Stick now. Okay, all you need to do is if you go over to the right and let me just click on ADM for you. Just click on that once, as you can see me doing now. Once you've clicked on that, if you navigate to settings, which I'll just do on the top right, so you can see me clicking there, and where it says folder for files, if you click on that, and then click on SD card. And then you want to click on the hamburger menu on the top left, like I'm showing you now, and click on your USB drive. So here you want to click on a folder where all of your content will go to. Which folder shall I click on? Trailers? Okay, let me click on that for you. And then we can see on the bottom right, I just have to click on select. So let me do that for you. And that's now all done. So now your device will automatically use that particular folder for you to save all of your content. Okay, thanks very much for your phone call. Goodbye. So just a little role play there, guys. But as we can see from my device, I can now make a connection to somebody else's Fire Stick and help them through any kind of troubleshooting or any kind of issues they have on their device. I can do all of that from my cell phone through the internet onto their device. So in this video today, let me show you how you can use this application to take control of any Fire Stick anywhere out on the internet. On top of that, this process does not require any kind of root on your device, and you don't need to make any modifications to any router settings. So no need to port forward or open ports or anything like that. All of this will work straight away out of the box. On top of that, if you want to configure for unattended access, so the other person does not need to be there for you to make the connection, I'll also show you how you can do that. So please do take a second to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, let's get started.
If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Fire Stick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. Okay, so for this process to work, we need to install just one application onto our Fire Stick. Now, if you saw my video on the NVIDIA Shield, you'll already know that this application is called AnyDesk. Now, for AnyDesk to work on the NVIDIA Shield, you need to install the application plus a special plugin, and then you have to make some modifications to the accessibility settings and also give some extra permissions. Now on the Fire Stick, we don't have access to those particular permissions. The way I've got it working on the 4K Fire Stick is to get a custom application written. Now this custom application will do 3 things for us. Firstly, it will install AnyDesk. Secondly, it will install the AnyDesk plugin. And then thirdly, it will automatically set the permissions we need to get this application working on our 4K Fire Stick. Okay, so to start the procedure, just head over to settings, go to My Fire TV, and just make sure you have these 2 options enabled. Once you've done that, let's press the home key. Let's now start Downloader. Inside Downloader, let's now navigate to my website, which is just http://bit.ly TDUK, that's me, and the number's 2019. Let's type that in and click on go, or just press the play button on your remote. Now when you get to my website, head over to the hamburger menu. Let's open up tutorials, because I have written a dedicated tutorial on this process on how you can access your Fire Stick from anywhere in the world. Here it is. Now one of the key things about this is that you don't have to make any changes to your router or router. I did cover a similar process sometime last year using SCR-CPY via ADB. Now although that process did work, if you wanted to make that connection from the internet, then that would actually require you to open up some ports on your router, the port for ADB, and then forward that port to wherever your device is. This process I'm going to show you today requires no forwarding whatsoever, and you can connect to as many devices as you like, and all from the internet. So do give a thumbs up for that. Okay, let's scroll down. And here it is, guys. So this is the only application we need to install onto our 4K Fire Stick. I can then show you how you can configure it so you can make a connection from the internet and take control of that device. Okay, for now, let's click on this. Let's scroll down and click on the green download button. and let's click on install. That's now all done. Let's click on done. Let's press the home button. Let's press and hold the home button. Let's click on apps. Let's go to the bottom of this list by pressing left. There is the application there. Let's press the context key on that and just select move to front. Let's now open this up for the first time. And here we can see it's making the initial setup. We then get the prompt for ADB. Let's click on always allow and click on OK. And that's now going to install AnyDesk for us, and then also the plugin, and then start the application for us. And we can see it's done exactly that. Okay, let's click on don't show this again and click on OK. Okay, let's just close this tutorial. Keep pressing select a few more times. And here we are inside AnyDesk with all of the correct permissions and pretty much everything ready to go. Now out of the box, I can just type in that address there that we can see on the top left into my cell phone or into my computer, and I'll then be able to make a connection directly onto this device. But let me just show you some of those configuration options just so you can get the best from this application. Let's go to the hamburger menu. Let's go to settings. Okay, so let me just move my head out the way. Okay, so the first option we have here is alias. So if you don't want to be typing in a long number to make a connection, you can actually set up a friendly alias for your device. Now this may be more applicable if you are going to be supporting, lots of customers or maybe lots of friends and family. Instead of you having, a big phone book of different numbers, you can actually just name those devices. It could be a customer's name or their location or whatever device they have. Wherever your naming standard is, you can configure that in here. So just for a test, I'm going to set up an alias called TDUK FS01, so Fire Stick 01. So that's the first Fire Stick in my house. Click on next. That's now all configured. Let's go to security. So this is one of the key options, which basically says, do you want to allow connections to the person's device even if they don't have AnyDesk open in the foreground? So we can see by default it's configured as only show incoming connections if AnyDesk is open. That means if you do want to make a connection to somebody's device, they have to start this AnyDesk application first. Now, if you don't want to do it like that and you'd rather have it so you can take over somebody else's device, regardless of whichever application they're using, then you want to change this to this, which basically means whatever application they're in, they'll still see that connection prompt. Okay, let's scroll down. And here we can set up unattended access, which, as the name implies, means if you tick this option, you can now set a password, and this means the person on the other side does not need to be there for you to make that connection. So for a test, let's do that now. I'm just going to set a quick password. Okay, so I've now set that password. Let's keep going down. Let's go over to privacy on the left. Here, for example, you can change the logo if you want to do that. You can also disable the wallpaper. Inside input, we can see we have a couple of different options to do a direct mouse mode or touchpad mode. Now, I will just say this now as a disclaimer that not everything is going to work via remote control. So certain parts of the UI, certain parts of the settings, you just cannot fully control via remote control. But I will show you some of those limitations at the end of this video. Let's go over to display. So here we can see by default it's set to balance, which means you will get the best balance of best display quality, but also the best possible performance. Now, if you are going to be making connections from the internet, I would actually personally recommend you change this to this. And this will give preference to speed over image quality. Because to be fair, when you are doing remote control, you don't really care about the picture quality as much. You'd rather have just that, better connectivity and better performance. Now, if you want your end users to see a virtual cursor as you're moving around, then you can also enable this option here. Now, the rest of the options I'm going to leave as default. Let's back out of this, and we can see now my address has actually been updated from those digits into a friendly name. So that's all we need to do on the Fire Stick. Let me now grab my Android phone. Okay, so here we are on my Android phone. Let me start the AnyDesk application, and where we see the box where it says what is the remote address, i.e. what do you want to make a connection to, there I'm going to type in my Fire Stick address. So let's just type in TDUK FS01 at 80. Okay, I've typed that in. I'm now going to click on connect. Let's see what happens on the target destination. And in fact, if you see on my device, I'm actually connected to Wi-Fi, and we can see I'm now on 4G, so I am actually out on the internet. Okay, so let's now click on connect. And do we see? Yes, we do. So straight away on our Fire Stick, we get a prompt saying AnyDesk wants to start capturing your screen. Do you allow that? So now your customer or your parent or your friend on the other end has to go to start now. Now, if they don't want to see the screen ever again, they can choose this option and click on start now. Okay, so let's scroll down now. And they also need to accept that I'm also aware of the risks. And again, if they don't want to see this screen anymore, they can check this box here. Okay, let's click on accept. Okay, so it says, do you want to allow the incoming connection? Let's click on accept. And there we are, guys. I can now see their Fire TV screen on the cell phone. And once again, I'm actually out on the internet. Okay, so how do we firstly navigate back to home or use the back button, for example? If I bring up the AnyDesk control panel here on the right hand side, let's click on that. Let's now select the special keyboard, which is the one on the top right, which is this one here. Let's click on that. And we can now see I get a bunch of buttons, including the volume button, the arrow keys. And on the top left here, we can see I actually have home, back, and recent. So let me try the home button now, which I believe is the circle. And there we are, guys. We've now navigated back to home. I can now, for example, swipe to the right. I can click on downloader. That starts the application. I can click on cancel. There we go. I can navigate this website. I can click on the how-to guides at the top. I can click on all guides. And that's working great. And this time I want to click on home on the top left. Let's now press the back button. We can see it says press the back button again to exit. Let's do that. Okay, so really the back button and the home button are working as they should. Let's now go back to the application. Because we saw in this example, somebody had to be there for me to accept that connection. Even though we had set up unattended access, somebody had to be there. So how can we now make a connection without requiring any user input from the other side? Okay, let's go back to AnyDesk. And let me just terminate the connection. So I'll do that from my phone. Okay, that's now closed. This time I'm going to make a connection again. Let's do that. So I'm not going to do anything with the Fire Stick remote control, but on my cell phone, where the person is actually connecting in, I'm going to type in the password. So this is the unattended password. So even though it says, do you want to allow the connection on the screen? I'm going to ignore that. And from the cell phone, I've just typed in the password. I'm going to now click on OK. And we can see that completely takes over that prompt on their end. Now I can once again see all of their screen. Let's click on that. Let's bring up the special keyboard. Let's go to home. And that's working great. So for many, many different scenarios, this process works really, really well. So the question is, where doesn't it work well? Well, one key thing I've noticed is that for whatever reason, AnyDesk does not like the virtual keyboard on our Fire Sticks. And what that means is, if I bring up the virtual keyboard, let's press the home key again. Let's go to an application like, actually, in fact, let's just go to search. Here is search. So now, for example, if I click on something, we can see it just does not register those keystrokes. Even if I bring up the virtual keyboard here, let's try this one and type in T, it just does not register any of these letters. So that part doesn't work. Similarly, if I go to an application which also uses the native keyboard, like for example downloader, and here where you'd normally type something in, if I try and type something in, it just doesn't like this virtual keyboard. If I click up there, so now it brings up the Amazon keyboard, but again, I cannot actually click on any of the letters or type any of the letters in. So that's definitely one limitation of using AnyDesk, that you cannot interact with the native Amazon keyboard. The other issue I found is when you're navigating through the settings, although I can get to the settings by clicking on settings, I can go to My Fire TV, but for example, if I want to click on developer options, it doesn't allow me to click this. Although I can actually navigate this menu, I cannot actually click inside it. So this again is another limitation of using AnyDesk, that you cannot fully navigate through all of the settings on the device. But to be fair, guys, I mean, for an application that's totally free, that allows you to make a connection from the internet onto anybody else's device, see the screen, be able to control most of it with minimal configuration, I still think this is a really good application. So that's all for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. If you did find this video useful, then do give it a thumbs up. Lots of you are asking for ways on how we can remote control somebody else's Fire Stick to give support or to help somebody out. So I do hope you like this one. Let me know, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.